it's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you start the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Looking to throw, it's Bender. Dances away. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Line is set on 3rd down. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Quick completion to the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Powers through the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds him out of the backfield. He breaks a tackle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He reached into his bag for that move, and it didn't get him loose at all.
Not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to find the end zone. The hands, the feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Bender. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Toure. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. There's the pressure. He'll throw it. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Scanning the field, it's Bender. Steps away. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheel.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun, running back on the move.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lawrence. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
it's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Got a man. It's Ivy. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Back to pass, it's Bender. Here's the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They were
turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense continues to have a great game. Both defenses has played well. These They're going to have to change something up, protect their quarterbacks a little bit better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He might want another play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Wide open downfield. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up first and goal.
The screen, and watch out. Looking for the end zone. Makes the grab and steps into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking.
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into their two-point conversion. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. arrived in the middle. It's Lawrence. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now on second down. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That took nerves of steel to convert that. Down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the third quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big fourth down conversion.
Now on first down from the 28. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Running back searching for a hole. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Bender. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Now adjusting. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's caught. That's a touchdown. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead.
The extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. Snaps it in the shotgun. Snagged in the middle. It's Ivy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Using the quick game. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has him setting up shop from there.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's busted. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. 1st and 10. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Bender. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. And he's got a touchdown. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He's got him. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got it. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Under fire. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped and knocked out of bounds, short of the line to gain. It'll be a turnover on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires downfield. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
They're dealing with a second and long. His man, it's Ivy.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game.
Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
He gets it in there again, scored the touchdown, got the 2. He's doing his part to mount the comeback. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Dropping back, it's Bender. He'll take a deep shot here. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Hard running there. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This